Hello friends, in this video we are going to see how Commerce Pro works and also how it is integrated with marketplace module and whether it is important to use both the modules or just one is enough for your use cases. So we are going to see everything what Commerce Pro can do standalone and what is the advantage of using marketplace module. So as you can see, this is Commerce Pro module, and this module can be used for multiple purposes. Like you can use this for just listing your product like catalog or classified, and you can have buyer seller chat, and like you can do so many things with single module, and this module can be added multiple times in single app, and with some settings it will change its behavior. So first I'll show you the demo I have done. Like I have added some products. So this is like it is showing the restaurants. So restaurants, like I have created this for food, so I'm calling it restaurants, but technically it is store in Commerce Pro. So you can create as many stores you want. So right now I'm talking about just Commerce Pro. Whatever I'm saying, it is related to Commerce Pro. Marketplace model, I'll show demo like once we are done with Commerce Pro. So uh, okay, so I was talking about stores. So in Commerce Pro, you can add multiple stores like this. So whatever stores you add, you can it will be displayed on this first page of this module. And as you can see, you can click on categories. It will filter the restaurants list based on the category you select. So these are category, and you can change the names that whatever we are showing here. So we are showing all restaurants here. So you can just change the labels from here. So for categories I'm showing this, for stores I'm showing this restaurant. So this way you can just call your restaurant's store or shop or whatever you want to say. So it is all flexible. So I'll show one just user flow. So this is first it will show the restaurant, and suppose in case you don't have uh, multiple store or just you want to have single setup. So if you have single restaurant on your Commerce Pro module, so it will automatically take you to the restaurant page. So it will not show you the last page that I have shown. So it will always show you on this restaurant page. So user will never come to know that you have multiple store and there is multiple store setup. So this is just single store. So it will always show this page, and we have some updates on this page. So maybe next week you'll get some updates, like we are showing categories also on this page. Right now it is not visible, but the next version we are going to show the categories of the current restaurant shown on this page. So right now, as you can see, there is a chat now button. So this button will be will be enabled only if you have social network module. It uses social network user to user integration, and which can be configured from settings page. So I'll explain how to add products and how to create stores and how to do the settings. First I'm going through user flow, and whatever is coming on the way I'm just explaining, and then later on I'll explain everything. So I was talking about this chat. So here you can enable chat and you can disable it. Okay, so I can click on add and it will automatically add to the cart. So once again I will show by updating the quantity. So it is all updating the price and all perfectly. So so if you have seen in basic m-commerce model, it shows you all the stores, but in this model what improvement we have done is that it will uh, show the stores only related to your setup. So if you have multiple single store setup, so it will always show you just one store, and multiple, in case of multiple, it will show multiple. So, and there is different option here. I'll explain this later on. First, I'll just proceed. So here we have added two additional stuff here, uh, if you compare with basic commerce. So here in delivery, actually we have added delivery time option, and table service option we have added. Suppose user is in restaurant and he is ordering from the same app, he can order from the same app, and he can manually enter his table number. And suppose I'm adding, you can print your table number on physical table, and user can input it. And we have option for delivery, and we have different option of delivery fees, that you can charge delivery based on user's current address and store address distance. So for suppose for 10 kilometer you can charge $1 fee, for 15-kilometer distance you can charge $2, something like that, and it will automatically apply on the order. So I'll explain that in settings phase. First, I'm just completing this flow. So currently we have PayPal as a payment gateway, and we are adding more payment gateways soon. So I'm selecting cash here. Okay, so this is just a basic flow that you can expect from this model. And now I'm going to show how this model behaves by changing different categories or different settings, something like that. So first of all, I would like to show you some settings. So here, as you can see that this table service label you can change. You can call it umbrella service. Suppose you want to use it for umbrella booking. Okay, and the same way you can change the umbrella number field. Okay, and you can use it for canteen in colleges, or canteen in big institutes, where you can just mention it as a employee ID or something like that. So it becomes flexible. And this model, we try to keep it flexible so that it can be used for multi purposes, and we are going to add many settings. So it is not complex, it is complex by design, but for user it is not complex. Once you set up, for user it always remains the same flow, but it changes the behavior internally. Okay, and categories you can mention anything. Store you can call it anything. And for products you can mention, so like, instead of products I want to call it menu, or I want to uh, call it my products, or something, whatever you want to show. And for chat now button, we can say that inquire now. Suppose I am using it for catalog kind of purpose, so I don't want to say chat now, I want to say send inquiry kind of thing. So you can change the label here. And how to first we'll see how to use this as a catalog. Now we have set up where we are showing this thing, and there is one setting like, is shopping cart enabled? We will say no. So we don't want to enable shopping cart, so it will disable the complete cart functionality, and it will behave like just catalog. So here, sorry. So now this is the same view. And also one more thing I wanted to say, that there is one important feature here, list view. So if you install this model, you will not see this page by default. You need to change this list to store list. Category list is the same that comes with commerce model, where you list the category first. And product list is same, like listing the whole product without a store kind of setup. So in a store list only, you will see the list of stores first, and then the complete flow. So you need to see this store save this first, actually. So now I have disabled shopping cart, so I'll go to this any restaurant. So as you can see, there is no add button. So you can see complete detail of product, and chat now can be changed, label can be changed. So now it is behaving like a catalog. So it's simple and clean, and there is no shopping cart functionality. Okay, and there is one more thing. Okay, so you can use this model for classified. So as I explained that you can change the labels here. You can call products as ads, and so basically everything is customizable. So and it can be used multiple times. So by changing the label, the content will change, and based on your content and labels, user will see and imagine it is like a different setup. Okay, because in every kind of model, like suppose catalog or classified, everything is just listing. So you're listing a product or listing a ads or anything. It is just listing, and it can be used for directory business directory kind of setups. You can list all the businesses here, and they can have their own listing. So and it's like just with simple settings, you can just change the behavior of this model. Okay, now we'll see how to add products. Actually, as you might have seen in basic commerce, you can just go to catalog and you can just add the products here, add edit. And here one more thing we have added is catalog. So you can just sorry, not catalog, stock management system. You can enter the stocks that you have, and from the settings you can make the stocks compulsory. So it will check the stock and it will not allow you to place the order unless stock is there. And also there is minimum order quantity field, maximum order quantity field. So it will check the quantity of the product you are adding, and it will not let you complete unless you fulfill this requirement or criteria. So here you can have product options and categories. From here you can select. Okay, and one more thing, like in basic m-commerce module, you are allowed to add this module just once in app, but in this commerce pro you can add multiple times, and all your data related to products, categories, everything is separate from each other. So so it is not going to mix, so you can use it for different purposes, different model for different purposes. Okay, and you can see your orders here, the orders same like commerce, and here you can add edit stores that you have. So right now this section is like editor app editor section, which is uh, like controlled or used by app admin. Okay, now here comes a different scenario where you want your store owners to manage and update and access their orders. So like I have 1 2 3 5 6 five stores here, and I don't want them to access this whole section because there are many stores. I want them to just access this, and so that is where marketplace model comes into picture. Okay, and this marketplace model is needed only if you want to allow users, like not users, the shop owners, to access their own products and orders, everything from app. Okay, so I'll, and otherwise you don't need marketplace model if your setup is requirement is limited to Commerce Pro. So it is all there, and it was all related to uh, Commerce Pro. Here you have phone numbers, you can market mandatory, and here new store sign up status. This field is required when you use marketplace module. So I'll just switch to marketplace model now. So if you have marketplace model, it will allow you to create store, and if you allow users to create store, then you need one setting to, one second, yeah, you need to setting to have default behavior app store. So this is draft. If I keep new store sign up status draft, that means user are allowed to create store, but their store won't be published unless approved by admin. So here store is draft, and if I keep it published, so whatever store is created by marketplace model, it will be published on your commerce pro model, and users can see those stores. And email notification is triggered whenever the new store is created. So you can just keep any flag, and based on your use case you can use it. So one more thing to note here is that how this marketplace model is mapped with Commerce Pro here is that first thing, like in marketplace model, we select the data source. It will list all the Commerce Pro added in this app. So you have to select uh, the data source from where you want to connect this marketplace model. And also marketplace model can be added multiple times. So for each Commerce Pro scenario, you can create ad marketplace with different labels actually. So like in also marketplace, you can change the labels here. Like you can just say this is restaurant, and text for store you can call it restaurant, or orders and products you can call it menu. So the same way you can call it ads or whatever. So this is front end for store owners. So it's like store owners is going to see, and they can add products or ads whatever way you want to show them. And the way like for them it is like a different app. So like I was talking about dictionary kind of setup or classified catalog. So using this marketplace and Commerce Pro, you can allow your users to create store and add the products, all the information from the app, which will be displayed on the Commerce Pro module. So combining this marketplace with Commerce Pro opens up huge opportunity, because this is the missing piece in any business actually, where you want to allow your users or business owners to control their data. So now I'll see daily, like this is connected to food, and I can see three restaurant here. If I'm new user, it will ask me to create store first, and how it is mapped with store I'll show you. So basically what it does is that internally uh, it is mapped. So so you have to change the email ID of user who wants who like who should have this access. So I am logged in with user test@test.com. So I'll see this Pizza Hut as a store owner. So whenever a store is created from marketplace model, so it saves this setting with email ID, and email ID is a common factor which assigns that who will have access in the front end. Okay, so hope it is clear now. So now if I go to this marketplace model, I have access to these three stores. So this model gives advantage of like one users can own 5 to 6 stores. So it's like you can allow that too. So and even one is also fine. You can. So I'm on this Pizza Hut store page. I can manage order, manage menu, and it is saying menu because we have given label of products as menu, and we can change it to ads or anything. And order we can say anything. For restaurant we can change the label. So it is just, and if I change the menu or order or restaurant, it will, if you see, uh, everywhere it is changed. So here it is menu. So add menu, everywhere it is changed as a menu. So for, and if you change as a ads, then it will reflect as ads everywhere wherever is needed. So we have tried to make it flexible, and if you have any suggestion or improvement, we are willing to do this in our future version. So as you can see that as a store owner as a store owner as a store owner as a store owner, I'm able to manage my order. I can see my order. So these are the order list just related to that store. So I'm not able to see others order. I can edit some information here. I can change the status here. So it is all native feature inside app. So it's like fast compared with like app editor. So your user or your sellers don't need to install different setup or log into different thing. They can use the same app, and they can access everything that they want to see. So like you can see manage orders and manage menu here. You can edit products or add by clicking here. So you can select add image from here, change the enter the options that you want to select, and change the categories. Everything that you can do from Commerce Pro feature editor, you are allowed to do this from here also. And one more thing here is that you can change the payment gateway settings, everything related to store from here. So your store owner can change all this schedule, uh, this all those options. They can change the icon and delivery options, and payment gateway setup, everything they can configure from here. So they don't need to log into feature editor section. And also, if you allow them to log in, they will have access to everything. So this marketplace model gives secure and limited control to your store owners. And this is like we try to keep the design clean. There are so many options, so we have kept it. We try to design it clean and with limited space. We have tried to do a good job. Hope you like it. So like this marketplace module is just like a uh, backend feature from app actually. So it is, so here marketplace feature doesn't show any products. It's not for listing, it is just for managing store. Okay, and it is connected to Commerce Pro. Whatever changes we are doing here, as it is connected to food Commerce Pro, so it is going to reflect in this food food module actually. And whatever changes they do in their marketplace, it is going to reflect here. And you can do the same changes from here. So app owner will have access to all the stores, all the products from here, and they can change everything, and marketplace model will give them control to just whatever they own. Okay, and I wanted to show some more settings. So in mobile, like same settings are available in marketplace model also. Here you can add a schedule, like you have enabled delivery options. So you want to have you want to allow you to select specific time slots. So you can add schedules here. Monday, what is the time? So start time, close time, and same for each day. You can just do it. And here store status, you can change, like you want to make a draft, then it won't be visible. And you can say that whatever is required. And here we are adding one more option called hidden. So if you don't want them to see delivery time field, then it will be hidden, or you can make it optional. So the next version you will see the hidden option also. Here you can change the icons. So delivery stable service can be enabled or disabled, and same payment gateway. And you can see the products which is related to this store here. You cannot edit it. You can, if you want to edit the product, you have to go to this products screen. So I think I have answered everything. Let me see settings folders. So yes, I feel I have explained a complete setup, and this video is going to be huge, and sorry for that. uh, and also some people have asked some couple of questions how it is different from m-commerce. Actually, m-commerce is different model. We have taken m-commerce code base as it is open source and anybody can use it. So we have created different model out of m-commerce, and we have added all this functionality, and we are going to add more in coming weeks and months. This is going to be huge from our side, and we are going to add many features in this as a add-on or part of this. We have to decide. And like we are going to add hotel booking and so many cinema booking, or we are planning many things, but it will take time. So hope you like it. And this model is independent model. So whatever changes you get from marketplace model, or sorry, not market, basic commerce model, it is not going to erase this model. So this is different and independent model. And and what there, some people were complaining about some issues in basic commerce. So we have fixed most of the issues that were reported, and still uh, we are going to fix if you find any issues. This is like we just released the first stable version of this model, and we cannot say that it is completely 100% bug free. But yes, it is working in all positive scenarios, and we have tried negative scenarios too. But if you come across any other issues, please uh, do let me know. And also I am giving the description, I'm giving the link of this model in the description. Actually, I'm exhausted with so much of scenarios, and I'm sorry for that. So hope I was useful. And one more thing I forgot to mention, that here there is one setting called store on map, where you want to display the store on map. Here one, there is one button called map. So if you click that, it will. So actually, I'm not on HTTPS site, so I'm not able to get the location. So basically, this model will, uh, this page will show you stores on the map actually. So basically, this model is having listing, search, listing on map, and list view, and you can change the levels of everything. You can use it as catalog or store or classified. So it has so much of flexibility. So I request you to buy it now and support the development of this model. We have spent so much of time in building this model, and we are happy to bring more features that you want and your business needs. So please buy now and support it. Thank you.